There is one thing we can all agree on. GTA 6 will break the internet as we know it. Everybody will have hundreds of hours in. Some people will have thousands. New channels will explode. New celebrities will be born in the creator space. Now, despite being basically non-existent in the real world, GTA 6 is one of the most talked about games on the internet right now, and that's probably not going to change until we finally get it in our hands. Welcome to the channel, everybody. We have some massive leaks when it comes to the protagonist, when it comes to the campaign and options in GTA 6, and we are going to go over absolutely everything. And I want you guys to chime in the comment section too, what you think about each one of these things, and how you think this game is going to impact gaming as a whole. Now, official news on the game, it's been scarce. I mean, Rockstar basically just says, yes, it is real. GTA 6 is happening, and then they leave the rest up to us. Now, throughout all the months, there have been lots of leaks surrounding GTA, but none have been verified effectively, and there haven't really been any recently until June 20th. We actually got a ton of information that may give us some ideas on things that have previously been leaked. Now, this report comes straight from Xfire, and they posted an exclusive story on their website on June 20th, and it was written by Ray and Polokio. I hope I said his name right, and I want to make sure you know who actually wrote this. Xfire is a gaming and a general nerd culture news website, and they've gotten some kind of insider scoop on GTA 6, or they say they have, and some of the leaks have been associated with it. Now, the writer says he gets his intel from a Twitter account called Matthias Victor BR, and these leaks focus in on not only the release date, but the story and actually the map. Now, according to this source, GTA 6 is going to have twin siblings as the main characters, and we heard about this in the past. We heard about brother and sister protagonists. I don't know if we heard about twins, but this makes it very interesting. I assume it would be brother and sister protagonists. Then again, it could be two boys, it could be two girls, we'll see. And it goes as such. They were separated at birth after their parents were killed in the cartel in 2003. The game is set about 20 years later as the siblings meet again, but they're on opposite sides of the conflict. And the brother becomes a member of an anti-drug agency, while the sister becomes vengeful and actually joins the cartel to try to take it out from the inside. Now, the death of their parents is going to be very intense, and most likely the player will actually be controlling the characters during that sequence, which apparently takes place in Brazil, and this will probably be the prologue. We'll probably start off 20 years back, and then after the prologue, we will jump forward. Think back to GTA 5 and how they started off that campaign. So after the prologue, we jump to around 2023 or 2024, so modern day at the time, when the game is actually released. That's pretty cool if they do it that way. And the siblings meet again, but now in a very tragic and interesting conflict. So you have one sibling who is an anti-drug agent, and you have the other one who is a cartel infiltrator, and they're both trying to get revenge in different ways on the same people. So you have options here. Does the brother turn on his sister, turn her in? Will the sister's cartel start going after the brother to shut him up? Would they allow it? I don't know. The leaker states the siblings will learn the hard way about each other, and everything I hear about this game, it's going to be pretty visceral and actually pretty mature toned, if you will. The article also says this is the first big video game to portray a cartel military way of life. And once again, that to me means this is going to have a pretty serious tone to it. The leaker claims the rumors that GTA 6 is going back to Vice City or the 80s or 90s is completely false. And that shuts down the big Project America leak that has influenced a ton of what people are talking about when they think about GTA 6 leaks. Up until this point, we were all looking at GTA 6 to feature multiple maps, or at least be set across the entire west coast of America. Now, I also don't think anybody expected GTA 6 to be set in modern day, because the last two GTA games, they've done well. I mean, GTA 4 and 5 were set in modern times, modern technology, modern city. So you have to ask yourself, is it the best idea to go for the three-peat? Do it again? Previous GTA games were set in a fun, creative location, but it's sounding like this game could be another modern-day open-world city game, but with a super mature tone. Now, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It just seems a little odd that they would go for the third time there, instead of going back a little bit or even forward. But once again, these are leaks and rumors, so you can kind of take it how you want to. Now, despite the modern setting, the leaker claims the map itself is going to be called Carcer City. It's inspired by locations in Cuba, Colombia, and Vice City. So even though the game itself is set in modern times, Vice City would be referenced for building the map, which I guess in an offshoot way validates the Vice City rumors, I guess, if you want to, even though those rumors didn't say it like that. They didn't say Vice City was inspiration. They said Vice City was coming back. A lot of people were saying GTA 6 would be set in Vice City, and that's technically not true, but kind of. Anyway, let's move on. The leak suggests there was originally plans to set the story over multiple decades, another thing that leaked a long time ago, but that has apparently been scrapped due to it being too demanding. Instead, Rockstar will take their precious dev time, and they've gone and fine-tuned the gameplay and improved various features to it. Now, there's not going to be some giant sprawling out 50-year-long story probably in the game itself. I mean, it'll be what it is. It's going to be the best version of GTA gameplay we've ever gotten, according to the leaker. Now, interestingly, let's talk about this city. Carcer City. It actually appeared in Manhunt, which is a cult classic Rockstar game from the PS2 era. So, it makes me wonder, first of all, is Manhunt 3 confirmed? Second of all, are there going to be aspects of Manhunt in any way in GTA 6? I'm probably reaching here, and that's probably not going to happen, but it's pretty interesting. Now, when asked about the gameplay, the article claims GTA 6 will feature destructible environments, which, I mean, that's nice to be confirmed if it ends up being confirmed, and the military tech in the gameplay is going to be ambitious. Now, I don't think Saints Row ambitious. I think more military-grade ambitious. I interpret that as you having more detailed weapons and gadgets than before. Maybe the weapon controls won't be as simple as other GTA games. This leaker believes the game is set to release in 2024, which goes against all the internal stuff we've heard about. The Take-Two schedule that came out a few months ago. It also goes against what we heard not too long ago about this game being pushed back to 2026. So I'm not sure how much I believe it, but I want to believe it. In case you missed it, we heard not too long ago that Take-Two and Rockstar decided to push the game's release date after some issues and a desire for polish, and of course, they can continue to milk GTA 5 a little more, but when you look into all those leaks, it's not clear. It's not clear how accurate they are. Again, the premise was that GTA 6 wasn't on Take-Two's release schedule, but I guess that doesn't mean it's not coming. It is possible the release date just hasn't been set, so they didn't really have a place for it on the schedule, or what's probably the most likely explanation is Rockstar didn't want us to know. They don't want to tip us off yet. They love us talking about it, and they want us to be surprised. So when you consider who we're talking about, I think it's reasonable. I think it's reasonable to believe the game could come out in 2024. And I know, I'm going to get you all excited, hopefully not just pull it away. So when it comes to the rest of the franchise, the leaker claims there is a long-term plan for GTA Online. Instead of just releasing a brand new version and leaving the first one in the dust, Rockstar, they're going to continue supporting it. According to the leak, the original add a huge update. And apparently they're going to expand the map to include Liberty City from GTA 4 and add a ton of stuff. New modes, weapons, vehicles, radio stations, gangs, you name it, they're going to add it. So you'll have this new GTA game on its own with its own map and experience. And then online, we'll get this giant expansion and update so you don't lose any of the stuff that you've already earned. I think it's a fantastic compromise if it can be done the right way and next gen works with what they're trying to update. I don't want everybody to lose everything. Think to Warzone. When it goes out, it's a clean slate and you get Warzone 2. You lost all that stuff from Warzone. So if they can make that work, I'm down. Now let's talk about Liberty City. Remember that GTA 4 remaster that leaked a year and never came out? Well, apparently it's real. And it's going to be coming out with another GTA remastered trilogy. Fingers crossed this trilogy comes out smooth. So now let's recap and go over legitimacy of these leaks. The thing is, I have no idea what to believe anymore when it comes to video game leaks and Rockstar insiders. It's a secret company, and this new batch of leaks seems to shed light on the stuff we already knew. I mean, it's possible that these leaks are true at the same time as the stuff we already heard. The original leaks said we were going back to Vice City. New leaks say they use Vice City as influence. It doesn't disprove anything. It just spins it on its head and twists it. The original leak says it's a multi-decade storyline. New leak says they were working on that, but they changed it. So, you tell me. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Overall, I think this new batch of leaks could be somebody wanting to sound like they're an insider, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm on the fence. The GTA Online stuff sounds like wishful thinking, and the GTA 6 stuff might be a little too insidery to be credible. Then again, maybe not. You guys can believe what you want, and I'll just hold on with fingers crossed. Let me know what you guys think. I do love the twin sibling protagonist if they go that route. I love everything about that. And I'm okay with the storyline bouncing and starting back 10 or 20 years and then moving forward. I think that could be super, super interesting. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you soon.